Hello fellow academics and welcome back to the next episode of Willowmere. Last time we have expanded our power supply, but we have also hit the drought. So what are we going to do in this episode? I think there are two things that we're going to do. First, it would be nice to have a continuous power supply here. So we want to build or open up our Badwater source, which should be in... where would that be? So it wouldn't be in landscaping, maybe under... No, it wouldn't be in power. I should know this by now. Underwater, here. Badwater Dome. Badwater Rig. Ooh, that produce... Oh, we can directly extract the bad water from the source, which could be nice. I honestly don't think we need that. A Badwater Dome would be much nicer, because we open this up, we get the power supply through this, and we're extracting the bad water through our bad water pumper down there. So we want to build our way towards the Badwater Dome, which means we need 2,000 science, need 1,500 more, but more importantly, we need a ton of planks and a ton of gears and metal. So for the metal, we're actually almost there. For the gears, we need, we're at 69, nice. We need another 131. 32 apparently. So, and for the planks we need 100 of those, and we currently have 177, so we're actually not that far away from this part. Alright, so this will be one of our endeavors during today's episode. The next thing that I want to do is expand our water supply back here. And I think the way we're going to do this, we already have started producing some of our explosives. We're actually at 67 right now, which means we could lower these levels of the water here by 2 and basically get it to the same level as our outflow. So that would be quite beneficial as well. In order to unlock this, we do need 900 science, and we need some extract, which we're currently not producing. So adding a extract facility down here would probably be beneficial as well. So for the extract, what do we need? That might be under the water category, a centrifuge. We need 600 science. We do have basically all the material to do this, so that could be relatively nice to do. However, considering we want to save up for the Badwater Dome, we might just leave that as is. Importantly, well, maybe not importantly, but one thing that I've noticed, we're currently 10 beavers short. So here's what we're definitely going to do into landscaping. Wow, dynamite is actually quite expensive in terms of science. So ultimately we need more science. So let's have a look at the observatory. That needs 1,000 science. Again, we're at 500. We do have all the materials, I think. Yep. We do have all the materials to actually build it. So we should consider just building it. Alright, this one's complaining now because it doesn't have power. That, I guess, makes sense. In the meantime, we could create a few more of our windmills, so that when there is wind, we're actually producing enough power. Right now, there's a bit of wind going. We're almost breaking even. So there's a lot of opportunities, shall we call it, of what to do next. Let's have a quick look at the large windmill. It does need 40 planks and 20 gears, which we could actually just invest. Place one right here. Or actually, we could just connect it up this way. But I think right here will look actually quite nice. Apparently, we can also place one right here. Interesting. I didn't think there would have been enough space. Right. Let's put one more of the windmills in. Delete that power shaft connection. I'm gonna put a four-way connector in here, put it on the highest priority. This four-way connector will allow us to, if we so desire, basically add another facility right on the other side of this. Right. Connector is back in, so all of this is back up, and they are almost ready with the large windmill as well. Good. So that is in, meaning we're producing now more power than we currently need, as long as there is some wind going. Okay. So, like I said, for the observatory, we do need 1,000 science. We have kind of kept that space here empty for the observatory, and we're gonna leave it at that. We just need to unlock it. It needs 80 planks, which we have, 30 gears, which we have, and 10 resin that we have as well. So all that we really need is more science. So reason why I looked into science, well, kind of we're going on a bit in circles. It would be nice to add more buildings here, because we're currently still 10 beavers short, 11, 12 beavers short now, with 2 injured, which means we have a bunch of these buildings that are currently, well, not using any employees. What we can do though is reduce the amount of workers in each of the farms to 2. That gives us a bit more leeway. And I think most of them will actually be missing from the hauler's post, and that seems to be exactly the case. So hauler's post is empty, that's 5, and then the 3 scientist huts up there, that's sort of the remainder of it. Right, we are full with antidote, so we could actually pause this guy, which we're definitely going to do. Get one more beaver back. None of them are actually in that. Right, they're apparently filling in the hauler post first before adding our beavers to the science huts. So I'm gonna change the priority of one of them. So, and now one beaver died of old age. So we're back to square one. Alright. What else can we do? We do have actually 2 beavers chopping down trees over here. Don't need 2, let's do just 1. That'll all help us with our science production. Because again, the observatory, I think, will be the most useful one for us to have. Once we have the observatory in, we can kind of directly move our way into creating that Badwater Dome in here, which will then allow us to continuously produce power even throughout the droughts. This way we don't need to rely on the windmills, which, you know, will be beneficial as well. Alright. So, what else can we do in the meantime that does not require science? We could consider, like, trying to expand our living situation back here. And one thing that we could actually do, so we have this one open, also to leave a path in there for future roads. We're going to move this over at some point, which means we could consider actually building another hut here and here. Will this cause us trouble? I don't think this will actually cause us trouble. And you know what? If we need to remove it, we will need to remove it, and that is fine. So we're going to build one more hut here. They should be building this pretty quickly. I'm also going to remove this temporarily, add another one in here. This way we can expand the path right through there. And remove these paths, these 2 over here, and put in another house, which will again allow us to expand our beaver population a little bit. Alright, we're actually a pretty high level, I find, for considering how early on we are in the game. But overall, I want to say it makes sense. Well, for our current endeavors. Right, so we're now 4 beavers short. I am going to put both of these science huts now on slightly higher priority. Because again, I want to make sure that we get the science a little bit faster. They are slowly picking up these logs over here because we don't have enough storage. In the long run, I want to switch this out for a large storage facility, which we have in here. We could unlock it. It does cost 1,000 science. We have all the material to build it, so that's not too bad. But again, future worries, I want to say. We do see that these trees over here are drying out. So since we have a ton of wood available, what we're also going to do is actually just block off a little bit of extra water storage just over here. That will keep these trees over there, well, nice and green when the water kind of like flows out and over. So 2 more, nope, a dam, here we go. 2 dams in here, that should be enough to have it flowing out, because we have 2 sources right there. And they're already happily building this, which is nice to see. Let's put a path in over here as well, just to make sure that they can actually reach all of that. And with that, we're very close to the 1,000 science that we need for our observatory. And like I said, this will be one of our goals in this episode. Once the observatory is in, we can retire probably all of our science hut. Because the observatory, it does produce 10 science per hour, but it does need 4 beavers. Compared to these that produce 1 science per hour, even a single beaver in the observatory actually produces 10 science in 0.75 hours. But let's say it would be 10 science in 1 hour, then the observatory would produce 2.5 times more science per beaver invested in there. However, that's something you can't forget. It does need power, and it does need 200 horsepower of electricity. Right now, we do have enough like excess electricity to make this work. So again, not too worried about that. And with that, like me talking and talking, we do now have enough science to put in the observatory. So put it in there. Highest priority. We do need to put in that road over here, so it's not super far away. And while this is not the game-wise the most sensible location because it is far away, I do think that if this was a proper observatory, you want it to be relatively far away from light sources. And we do have that city center light over here. We do have the rooftop terraces with their light sources. And we are going to put in our campfires at some point, which will again add more and more light sources. So being further away, technically behind the tree line, definitely beneficial for an observatory, at least in real life. And they're putting in stuff really quickly. Very excited to see that. We are seemingly using up our gears. Is anything actually using our gears? I don't quite know what would be using our gears. Anyways. Alright, observatory is in. We do have 4 beavers in there now. So I am going to remove all 3 of the science hut right there. And I'm going to pause all 3 of the science huts here. Reason why I'm pausing this is I think sometimes we want to use the science huts instead of the observatory, depending on how much power supply we have. Like I've mentioned before, it depends currently a little bit on the wind speed. But again, not too fussed about it right now. Okay, they are still building this. Too far away. Yeah, that makes sense. They will reach it. And then we have sort of this excess water storage here to keep these trees happier. Dies in 1.7 days. The drought will still go on for almost 5 days. We could... How about I quickly open this? Let's have a little bit of water rush out. Already closing it again because it is flooding this part here. Oh, didn't actually mean to flush out this much. Oh, and apparently I didn't close it again. No, I did. It is on auto. Why is it not stopping? No, it stopped. Alright. Wasted quite a bit of water over there, but again, 4.4 days. We, with almost 400, over 400 water in our storage, we should be actually pretty okay. Alright, so now all of this is done. We are now waiting for a bit more science so we can actually create our centrifuge. The centrifuge should be in, not in science, underwater. That is also not true. So it should be under science. How can I not remember this? It's almost like I never played this game. It is underwater. So the centrifuge will cost us 600 science. We do have the material to build it right now. And again, I think placing it either right here, or where we could also place it would be here. But maybe instead we place it up there, which makes it connected to the power through our observatory. And then we're just building up a staircase right this way, which then will allow our beavers to just quickly hop in, do their centrifuging, and then, you know, be happier for it. We do have 100 of the explosives in there right now. I don't think we will be able to unlock the centrifuge before the drought ends, so again, not too worried about using up our Badwater to create more explosives. Should have a quick look. Power supply. Power supply is, like I said, a little bit finicky at the moment. But that's again exactly the reason why we're gonna unlock this Badwater Dome and, you know, make this a more reliable source for our purposes. One thing that we can do while they're still building, and I'm gonna set this on lower priority once I've put it all in. Just gonna make our way over to the Badwater source. And then we could... No, let's not go down there, basically. It's gonna connect it up like this. They've already built that staircase. Very impressive. So we're just gonna connect these all up. Like that. Almost there. And here we go. One more of our platforms so they can actually reach that. And then this will remain there as kind of our lookout for our beavers. They are still building this. They're also doing a pretty good job at wrapping up this part here as well. So overall, I want to say it's going okay. Let's have a quick look at our food supply. 220 berries, 300 carrots, 110 grilled potatoes. So I think our beavers are going to be all right. We have still some broken wow, we have 5 injured beavers, but only 3 of these medical beds. So we had said we want to turn this back here into a bit of a medical facility. So let's do that. Actually, I'm gonna leave a gap over here so we can put some nice decorations behind the beds that we're gonna put right there. Just gonna connect. Let's actually have a quick look. Can we store the medicine? Where is the medicine actually being stored? So doesn't look like it's in here. Would that be in a tank? Catalyst, extract. No, it's definitely not in here. Did I miss it? What does the symbol look like? So it's, yeah, like a vial with cross on it. Where is it? So it's not in here. I don't think it would be in here. Yeah, it's definitely not in here. But it's also not in here. Oh no, it is there. There we go, antidote. So what we are actually going to do, again, kind of planning a little bit more, well, hopefully we'll never need it, but it would be good to have a bit of storage for our medicine. So we're going to place the storage for the medicine right in front of the medical beds that we're going to place. Already setting this to the medicine. And then under well-being, we find our medical beds. Let's actually, for now, just place 3 of them. With the 3 over there, we do have enough for our beavers to recover. Let's also go ahead and high prioritize these, just to make sure our beavers can recover a little bit faster than they currently are. All right. Still have 3 open job positions, which is fair enough. Those are going to be all our haulers. Yeah, so currently we only have 2 in there, but that is plenty for our use case. Also going to set this to the highest priority. It would be nice for them to finish building this before the drought ends, but I don't think they will actually manage. So there will be a little bit of bad water coming in there. But again, not too worried about it at all. This we're gonna set now to auto. Now they are letting water out. I guess the water level was pretty low. Open, closed, open. Okay, it still seems to be doing the right thing. Right input. Look at that. We went from completely like having 3 beavers, open beaver positions, to now having 1 unemployed beaver. How? Kind of works in our favor though, because we can now unlock the centrifuge, which, like I said, we're gonna place up here. They can build this relatively quickly. Planks, gears, metal blocks, we have enough of all of this. There will be 2 workplaces in there, which again kind of matches what we currently need. So, and we should build a storage facility for our extract. And I could place it here, but I want to keep this open for now. So instead we're gonna make better use of this area right here. Putting in a few platforms and then using our medium tank to store our extract. Alright, water is flowing out here. So that is good. All of this is on highest priority. The bad water is coming in. It is actually flooding this a little bit. So that is something for us to consider. I guess as the normal water returns, it needs to find kind of an equilibrium before it will actually hit the sweet spot. But look at how much power we're producing. It was just at like 5,000, and I think that's when the wind power is producing at maximum speed. So that's good. That's good. I really like that. All right. So while we won't be able to fully expand our water storage in this episode, I'm trying to keep them a little bit shorter. We will be able to finish our centrifuge and ultimately then unlock our level 2 explosives, double dynamites, 900 science. So we're already doing pretty okay in terms of the science right there. So it won't be that much longer until we get there. But I should actually make sure. Oh yeah, this is highest priority. All right, here we go. that is coming in. So since we didn't manage to finish this in time, we now have Badwater in there, not a big problem. This should tip over at some point. Yeah, once this is fully filled up, which will be soon. And then this will overflow and kind of wash out the bad water. Again, very beneficial for us. All right, how are you doing? Here we go. We are producing extract. We're at 560 science. So I am kind of confident that we will unlock the double dynamite. Just realized there are fumes right there. And I've been going on how like accurate that would be to move this as far out as possible. These fumes do not look like they should be here, right? For many, many reasons. But mostly, yeah, they will kind of just obscure what this observatory would see. So again, they should just not be here. I do wonder, do they have scratchers? Maybe they don't have scratchers. Contemplation spots. They do have a shower. We can't put a shower in there. Showering with bad water sounds like a bad idea. Pun intended. No, I'm just kidding. But we could actually put in a contemplation spot for our beavers. And I like the idea having it close to our science building. So people can just hang out there, and when they need a break to think about their next invention, just go and contemplate. Maybe we put it actually in these corners right there. So, you know what, let's do it. Put one on this corner, 100 science. Yeah, you know what. Well, we did need 900 science to unlock the double dynamite. We'll very quickly recover that. Within a day, actually, within an in-game day, we'll have more than 100 science back. Alright, in addition, we're gonna make this a little bit nicer, put a shrub in the middle. Actually, all the way down the middle, put a little lamp over here, and just to round it out, put a few more shrubs around it. Alright, so this will be a nice recovery area for our beavers. I'm actually going to high prioritize that one contemplation spot so it's just in. We don't need to think about it anymore. I've also now finished this, so we are producing extract. Awesome. And we are very close to unlocking the double dynamite. And then we have achieved most of what we talked about in this episode. Because once the double dynamite is in, I will already like mark all of this out to be exploded. And we're gonna do it in the way that we will keep a path open. Also all the way up into the back. And we're gonna explode everything but the path until yeah, and sort of save the path for last. Because I think I want to explode all of this here as well, which will significantly increase our storage capabilities. 1000 science available, so let's put down our double dynamites. We're heading into the next drought, which actually means I should prioritize this dynamite. Or actually deprioritize this dynamite right here. And see if they can't actually build a little bit more of this, like right away. Alright, they are also still wrapping this part up. That will still take a little bit longer. Now, which part would be more important? I'm actually going to say we're not highest prioritize these They can build it and they will build it, but instead I do want them to finish this in the 2 days that are left. Because then this can still fill up. And then again, we have a bit more like green area for our trees to grow. Not that we necessarily need those trees right away, but it will be beneficial for us to have that in the long run. Right. In addition to all of what we've done right now, we are on a good path basically to unlock our Badwater Dome. For the Badwater Dome, as you could tell, we need more gears, and right now we're a bit short on gears. So that is something that we should really consider putting in. What is actually in there? That's paper, that's gears. So we could just continue like putting some gear workshops in here. Or build it on the same side as this, but I think in here makes a little bit more sense. So let's go ahead and take in here, get another gear workshop, put it just on the corner. No, let's try to fill this up. Put that in here. And again, set this on highest priority. We do have 5 unemployed beavers, meaning I can actually unpause quite a few of these buildings. And most importantly, we do need to keep track of our production level, or food level. But that I will leave for next time. Like I said, we have done significant progress in what we wanted to achieve. Next time, we'll focus on improving our food situation, as well as going on our way to wrapping up this Badwater source dome for continuous power, perpetual power throughout this episode as well, or season as well. Right, I really need you guys to finish this, but we'll see about that next time. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment. I want to hear what your thoughts are, and hope to see you all next time. All right, bye-bye.